Steelers eye Kirk Cousins as draft looms, but big questions remain. As the Pittsburgh Steelers continue their quarterback soul-searching in the post-Roethlisberger era, they may be turning their eyes toward a surprising veteran target, Kirk Cousins. According to ESPN insider Adam Schefter, the possibility of bringing the Atlanta Falcons quarterback to the Steel City is far from off the table, even if it comes wrapped in financial red tape and conditional timing. Cousins, who inked a hefty 4-year, $180 million deal with Atlanta just months ago, has full control over any trade, thanks to a no-trade clause in his contract. That means any deal would require not just Atlanta's blessing, but Cousins' approval too. However, Schefter reports that Cousins might be open to a change of scenery if the right scenario presents itself. What qualifies? A clear-cut starting role on a competitive team. Right now, Pittsburgh's quarterback depth chart is headlined by Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, a duo not exactly sending shockwaves through the AFC North. Bringing in Cousins could give the team a seasoned leader and bridge the gap while they search for a long-term answer through the draft or player development. Falcons playing? Coy, but the door's ajar. While the Falcons have publicly expressed little interest in parting ways with their new signal caller, the behind-the-scenes reality is far more complex. Atlanta reportedly told other teams that they'd consider moving Cousins if the offer is right. The kicker? Any suitor would need to shoulder at least $20 million of Cousins' remaining $45 million guaranteed. So far, no one's jumped at that price tag, but that could change after this weekend's draft. Teams that miss out on their preferred rookie quarterbacks may circle back, realizing Cousins offers a steadier, if costlier, option. As Schefter points out, the outcome of the draft could shift the financial willingness of potential trade partners. A veteran with baggage and experience at 35, Cousins is no stranger to the spotlight or scrutiny. He's fresh off a challenging 2024 campaign in Atlanta, his first after recovering from an Achilles tear suffered in Minnesota. In 14 starts, he threw for 3,580 yards and 18 touchdowns, but also led the league with 16 interceptions. That raised questions about his decision-making, recovery, and long-term durability. Still, Cousins' resume is hard to ignore. 4 Pro Bowl nods, multiple 4,000-yard seasons, and a reputation for meticulous preparation. If healthy and protected, many believe he can still produce top 15 quarterback play. Plenty good enough for a team like Pittsburgh with playoff aspirations. Steelers at a crossroads. Since Big Ben's retirement, the Steelers have been in QB limbo, experimenting with everyone from Kenny Pickett and Russell Wilson to Justin Fields. None have locked down the role. And with the draft set to showcase prospects like Shedeur Sanders, Jalen Milroe, and Will Howard, Pittsburgh could look to move up or take a developmental swing in the mid-rounds. If they walk away without a quarterback they truly believe in, expect trade talks for Cousins to heat up fast. The price of stability. There's more to this potential deal than draft picks. Cap space is a critical factor. Pittsburgh is projected to have around $28 million post-draft, offering flexibility. But $20 million for an aging quarterback recovering from injury is a gamble. Sources indicate a team willing to eat around $10 million of that guaranteed salary could lower the draft capital required to strike a deal. Less money absorbed equals more compensation, and vice versa. So far, no team has cracked that formula. But as draft dominoes fall, desperation could reshape the market. Pros versus cons. Is Cousins worth it? On the upside, Cousins would immediately elevate the offense. He brings consistency, intelligence, and leadership. Pair him with a rising offensive core. George Pickens, DK Metcalf, a solid line and run game, and Pittsburgh could threaten in the AFC North. Arthur Smith's offense thrives on play action and structure, a style Cousins is well versed in. On the downside, he's not the long-term answer. Pouring resources into a short-term fix might delay the search for a true franchise quarterback. And then there's the injury risk. Achilles tears are brutal, especially for older players. Cousins wasn't the same player last year. Was it rust or decline? One final wrinkle: the Cousins clause. Even if Pittsburgh and Atlanta reach an agreement, it all comes down to Cousins himself. With his no-trade clause, he controls the final decision. If he's not sold on Pittsburgh's trajectory or fit, he can simply say no. So, as the 2025 NFL Draft approaches and quarterback chairs get claimed, the urgency is real. If the Steelers don't come out of the weekend with a quarterback plan in place, expect Cousins' name to rise quickly back to the top of the conversation.